Did somebody say snack time? What, some whipped cream in a cup? Look how he just like curls up. This is what thousands and thousands of years of evolution has come to, just so this dog can crawl up and get some whipped cream out of a cup. Hey everyone, my name is Jake and welcome to Made Me Smile, where we're going to be looking at things that will make you smile, hopefully. Because you know, everyone feels down sometimes, you just want to smile. Yeah, enjoy. This may not mean much to most of you, but we are humble folks on a single income, and we had a really old fridge that was bad for our health. We ate out less every month and committed to saving more. In 9 months, we bought our very first family fridge. I feel like a king. That is something everyone should have, like just one of those huge fridges that you can just put everything in. I like how it's such an adult goal as well. You go from saving up for like a video games console, you're like, you know what, we need a big fridge. I asked my grandpa if he would model for me for my photo assignment, and he said, "Let me grab my stethoscope and change into better clothes. I want to look good if I'm getting my picture taken by a professional." Oh, that's actually such a good photo as well. I wonder if he was a doctor before this. I assume he was. Did you know a 15-year-old boy named Timar Boggs chased a car down on his bike for 15 minutes to save a 5-year-old girl who was kidnapped from her front yard? He was successful. Oh, I really wish we had like video footage of this guy. Just a 15-year-old going so fast on his bike, he's like 60 miles an hour and he just grabs her out of the car or something. I adore my coffee guy. I always get a large coffee, and at first I'd walk in and he'd be like, "Large coffee, right?" But now he just does finger guns at me and goes, "Large." And I'd be lying if I said that wasn't the best part of my day. You know, this is nice and everything, but what happens when the day comes where he mistakes the person in front for another person and he just goes, "Large," and that person's like, "Excuse me? What did you just call me?" Just talk to my mum, who is 84 and has advanced dementia, on the phone. She told me at the end of the conversation, "I think about you when I'm not even thinking," which I thought was a pretty profound way to express how we all feel about those we love. God, dementia just sucks, doesn't it? But yeah, that is really profound. My mother-in-law set up a sweetheart table for my fiancé and I on what was supposed to be our wedding day. Oh, that's such a cute thing. Maybe you could have put the chairs on either side, because it's going to be kind of awkward to eat, but are all weddings just being cancelled? I guess they are, yeah, you have to stay inside. Unless you're doing them at home, that is. Until now, I never understood why you got so excited when someone walked past the house. Actually, is this like a sad thing, or is this a good thing? I don't know. This is my dad finally out of the hospital, recovering from COVID-19. Look how happy he is. That's such a good picture as well, with the blossom in the background. Owner asks dogs to leave because customer is scared of dogs. Just watch until the end. Are they all just leaving except from the cat? Oh, he's gonna go back for the cat, isn't he? Oh. Oh. Why is the cat so, like, inanimate? It just doesn't want to do it. My stats professor really did this to us. Aw, you guys should have done this. You always try and send me those fake videos like, "Oh, breaking news," or "cute puppy." I know all of the links, but if you'd have done this would have got me. In Iraq, in the book market, books remain in the street at night because Iraqis say, "The reader does not steal and the thief does not read." I guess. Unless the reader like just sits in there at night, reads the book and then puts it back. Is that stealing or is it just borrowing? This is my pencil drawing growth, 2014 and 2020. I mean, 2014 was pretty good. 2020 is even better. How? How do you do that? Herding dog working from home. I wonder if he's attached to a drone or no, it's just a camera, it's just a YouTube video. But still, he's doing good. Princess Diana broke the royal rules for her son William by taking part in the Mother's Day running race at her son's school. She won. I'm sorry, but what kind of royal law forbids her from running in the egg and spoon race or the race? What? I heard a light knock on my door and went to answer it, and it was my landlord's dog bringing me a stick. Oh, Look how cute he looks there. Please play fetch with me, please. Unless I'm getting it all wrong and he's like putting that stick on, he's like, you better pay your rent, otherwise we're gonna have problems. A baby was staring at me in Target, so I started waving to her and she waved back. And the mum whipped around and was like, OMG. And I was like, oh, sorry, I was just waving to your baby. And she was like, that was the first time she's waved. And me and this mum screamed in the store because we were so excited. Unless it was the first time she's being caught. She actually knows like sign language by now, but the mother just hasn't noticed. Do you remember Abby, the dog from I Am Legend? She is now 13 and still a good girl. I always wondered what happens to dogs in movies. Do they just like get a load of bones as payment and then they can retire really early? Or what goes on there? Swan embraces vet who saved his life. Oh, peace was an option there. Look at those feet though. I never realized they had such big feet. Live every day like you're 2001 Nicole Kidman leaving her lawyer's office after divorcing Tom Cruise. How many different angles have you got of that? Like, who's just taking pictures? Is that the paparazzi? I never understood the paparazzi. Like, why are you taking pictures of this? But it is a good scene. Guy pulls the rarest card he can in a Pokemon pack opening in the library and tries to keep his excitement contained. Oh no, this is gonna be one of those like silent shouting, it's gonna be good. Oh, he's so happy. How much is that worth? That must be worth like a lot for him to be reacting like this, right? This man I work with is a single dad with a 15-year-old daughter who's recently turned vegan, and every time I see him he asks me what I'm having for lunch that day and writes it down for her if he thinks it's something she'd like. My heart. That's just good parenting, right? It's just good parenting, it's nice. My cat looks like he just told his favorite joke and he's so proud of himself. That was a good one, right guys? That was a good one, yeah? Nurses in Denver blocking lockdown protesters. I've seen this like 3 times today, and I just don't understand. Why are the people protesting? What are you protesting? I guess they do have the big USA shirt, and she does look like a Karen, so it's probably not being able to go out. And it's a big truck, yeah, guy. It's just Karen, isn't it? Mr. Irby has no time for your variety. This is Prestonwood Elementary, class of 1973 to 2013. Phys Ed, Mr. Irby. That is some serious continuity. The only time he didn't have a mustache was the first picture, and then every single one, he's exactly the same. Gah, he looks like an elementary school teacher, doesn't he? Nurses show triplets to the father who passes out with excitement. Photo from 1946, when ultrasound did not exist. Ah yes, passes out with excitement. Let's add that adjective there, because that's definitely what it was. My little brother has Down syndrome and has been upset and sad that he can't sit with me when I visit since the start of COVID-19. Today, he didn't get sad or upset once about it and set up a table so he could safely eat dinner with me outside. Made me smile so much. That's such a good view as well. That looks like such good vibes. This kid is a genius. I know this is a very Facebooky post, but that is quite smart, isn't it? But the only problem is you've got to do it really fast, otherwise the sun is going to keep moving and you're going to have like an elongated giraffe. And also the surface she's doing it on, that's probably not the best. I gave my elderly neighbor my phone number the other day, telling him to call me if he needed anything. He called me for the first time today because he was lonely. We talked for 20 minutes. He said he'd call me again tomorrow. My heart is happy. Oh, I think everyone needs to do this. If you've got like an elderly person nearby, you just gotta get their number and see if they want to call you. They probably won't most of the time, but if you call them, that's even better. After an 80-year-old man in England moved into a retirement home, his 98-year-old mother moved into the same home so she could help take care of him. She said, "You never stop being a mom." Wait, so she's taking care of him at 98? Wow, that's a strong woman. Someone dressed a Pomeranian dog up as Paddington Bear, and now the world seems a slightly better place to be in than it did yesterday. That's such a cute dog. If you enjoyed that video, then click another one and subscribe as well if you want. You don't have to, but you can, and leave a like on the video. But click another one. Enjoy.